I'm your host, Queen Evelina, and this is WQEV 97.3. Y'all know what time it is. It's 9 o'clock Eastern time, so you know what that means. We got a new exclusive interview. I got Double Trouble on the line with me today. We're going to be talking to Lovers Entertainment as well as Marlene from Madiare K Designs. Did I say it right? Is it Madiare or Madiare? Did
It's
I say it
Madiare.
right?
You
My
say it
dear.
right.
Okay. My dear. Y'all know she African, so she gonna get me right. She gonna get me right. We got the ancestors in the building tonight. That's right. Diaspora is representing tonight. Okay, we're about to get into this interview. So, starting with you, my dear. Um, what made you decide to get into the fashion industry?
Um, I basically started designing when I was 5 years old. And growing up, I always see my mom with those amazing fabric, but
Mm-hmm.
the design was always traditional.
Mm-hmm.
And like African fabric is like a lot of pop-off of color and everything.
Right.
So at 5 years old, I started this drawing, and she was taking the design to take it to her tailor and make it. And people really loved it to see the design. So I mean, that's why I decided to just, do it, be a designer.
Okay, perfect, perfect. So now, Lovers Entertainment, you are a faith-based ministry slash entertainment production company. So, what made you decide to go into the entertainment industry?
Basically, I just started listening to a lot of music, and I started thinking about being a boss. I wanted to get into the music industry because be my own boss, and that's basically how we started wanting to be in the music industry or the entertainment industry, rather.
Okay,
And also,
was there a specific artist?
P Diddy. P Diddy was I said that he could do it himself. So I'm like, well, I could do something like that. And looking at other business people that run in my family, like my grandmother, she does hair. She did hair for a living. My brother has his own taxi cab company now. He does transportation. So business kind of just runs the family.
Okay,
So
cool.
making plus with the music and everything.
Right now, the music is oftentimes called the devil's music, the devil's sauce. What made you guys believe that you can do this from a faith-based perspective?
Well, first I was being hard headed. We wanted to do like R&B hip hop. That's what we started doing. But guy was like, no, that's not your genre. So you need to go ahead and start doing gospel. And that's when we switched over and crossed over to gospel.
Cool. Okay, my dear. So I know in Ghana, Accra, Ghana, South Africa, not too much, you don't really hear too much about fashion from the East African side. But I know Accra and Johannesburg has been developing on the continent as fashion centers. Do you find that it's easier to run your business on the continent or here in the United States?
I mean, if you know that you're good, you can be able to run your business everywhere. So right now I'm doing it here, but I'm also doing it back home. Like I have my little sister back home that has her own hair business where she makes like custom wig. And also my mom that's opening a store, like another company for the family. So I'm doing it both sides. Like actually, last year in October, I was supposed to be in Accra for Accra Fashion Week, but
Mhm.
Corona happened, and I mean, I had a lot of shows planned last year that I had to cancel, and yeah, I'm just waiting for everything else to come back to normal so I can start my trips and everything. And I believe that if you
Right.
know what you're doing and you're good in what you're doing, I mean, there is no limit. You can do it anywhere you go.
Okay. So besides the global pandemic, what would you say has been the most interesting um, experience you've had on this fashion journey?
The most interesting experience is my trips to the hospital once I bang my hand or, you know, like I mean, it's you. Everybody just see the clothes and be like, "Oh yeah, it's beautiful." And just today, I basically had another accident.
Oh
On
no.
my hand. Yeah, like I was making a corset, a brand new corset, and I banged my hand with a hammer. I was half sleepy. So, I mean, my experience is going around, seeing like other designers, see what people are coming with, like just being outside and looking at what everybody is doing, and also the culture. Like, I'm really, really into the culture. Like, if you see my design, it has kind of Asian look to it, African, Asian, and European look to it. And that's
Okay.
because of all of the places in the world that I have the privilege to visit.
Okay, good, good. So you bringing that Blasian panda style, okay, to the forefront. We appreciate you for that. So, Lovers Entertainment, what has been the most interesting story besides keeping your faith throughout this process? Because this is a very tempting industry to be a part of. What would you say is the most interesting thing you guys have experienced so far?
Um, just being connecting with the people, learning what their interests are, test marketing, all different products and stuff like what they do when we're selling nachos and stuff. People really like our nachos, and just experience, just testing out with people, like making connections. I think connections is the most important part, and connecting with people that way they can connect, with you personally versus being a number in your business.
Also, talking to different people and just getting out there talking more, being energetic and enthusiastic. I think that's the right
Okay.
professional.
So
Being
what would you
talking to people, finding out more about what
right?
people like to do and
So what
things
would
like
you
that.
What would you say is people's first reaction when you tell them that you are a faith-based production company? What is their general reaction to that?
Well, like any fashion, people, they tremble a little bit because they're Christian, so they make sure they don't say all the wrong things. They want to make, perfectly like we accept for the imperfections. We understand that everybody hasn't made it to the level we have yet, so we meet people where they are.
Okay, cool, cool. So who do you say has been truly helpful along the path? Who would you credit for helping to develop Lovers Entertainment?
You, of course, have been our biggest mentor.
Well, besides me.
um, Really, we really don't have any too many supporters, but I guess our auntie Charlene, she done it when we did the tickets and stuff, concerts and stuff. So yeah, like we don't have as many like supporters, but I guess like our customers will be our biggest fans.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
that would be the biggest supporter.
Okay, so family and friends. Okay, awesome. So Madiare, do you find that your family and your friends have been very supportive of your path on fashion?
Yeah, I mean, my mom is so wonderful. And also my two best friends. One of them is
Hmm.
a designer just like me, and we met in school together when we was together in school, and her and I, we have been like really tight. Like, every time I had to go to fashion week somewhere, they both always come with me, and my mom always call me to let me know that she's with me. So yeah, my mom and my two best friends.
Okay. Well, we know fashion is not an easy industry to come by. Only the strong survive. So, what's your trick to not burning out?
Well, I'm usually a positive person, and I usually just block negativity away from me. So I believe that fashion is a thing. Fashion is fashion, but everybody has their own style, basically. So that's all I tell myself, and I just keep going. You're always going to get not just with fashion, with any kind of job or any kind of thing that you want to do, you really want to do. You're always going to get those
What's
people
wrong?
behind.
You see her?
You're
Uh-uh.
always going to get those people behind, that will try to push you down.
Right.
So you just have to have your own strength and
I gotta
believe
read.
in yourself. And yeah, so
Right.
strength
Right.
and the
Right.
fact
Right.
that
Right.
I just don't succumb to negativity.
Okay. And what would you say, being that you, I guess you remain open and that's how
Hmm.
you're able to keep yourself from burning out. So,
Hmm.
how do you use fashion to bring goodness to the world? In what ways do you give back?
What ways do I get back to the world? I
Hmm.
mean, it take a lot to respect somebody else's culture.
Right.
So, as an artist, when I if I go when I go somewhere and I see something that really really attract me from there, and I know that I want to use it for my fashion or something, I always
Hmm.
ask the permission first, and I always make sure that people know where that thing actually came from, like the inspiration come from, you know.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
so I always manage to recognize where my inspiration comes from.
Oh gosh, that is awesome. That is awesome. Okay, so Lovers Entertainment. We know music is just as cutthroat as the fashion industry. So how do you keep yourselves from burning out?
Repeat that, Michelle.
Okay. All right, so back to you, Madiare. We'll come back to Lovers Entertainment in a minute. We're having some slight technical difficulties. Madiare, what's a life lesson quote you say you live by?
Always focus on what hold on, I have to translate. I'm translating from French to English.
Okay, well, say it in French first. Don't hold back. Say it in French first. We want to hear it in French.
Ok, in French, il dit concentre-toi sur ce qui te concerne, sur ce que tu peux fixer. So basically, like I always try to focus on stuff that I can fix. Anything
Oh,
that I
okay.
cannot fix, I
Right.
basically don't try to stress too much on it. You
Ah,
know,
okay.
like
Okay. We
basically, like we say, you make your bed, you lay on it.
right, right.
So yeah, so that's one of my mottos.
Okay.
Like before
Okay.
I before I stop and stress about any issue, I have to see what, like, was do that mistake came from me? If I see that it came from me, that the mistake came from me, yes, I will be like, okay, start beating myself up. But if the mistake do not come from me, I'm like, you know what? Just let's go, let's keep it moving.
Right, right. Okay. Yeah, kind of like the
Mhm.
serenity prayer. So, were we able to get Lovers Entertainment back? Did we fix our tech issue?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, really quickly, while we still have you live with us, um, how would you say Lovers Entertainment brings goodness to the world? Besides, outside of your ministry, how do you bring goodness to the world?
Well, like, well, by being nice to people, the way they want me treated. If somebody asks for a quarter, we'll give them a quarter. Just being, showing what God's love is, and just letting people know that there's still good people in the world.
True, 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 true. Now, do you find yourself burning out doing that? What do you guys do in order to keep you from burning out? Because, like I said earlier, music is just as cutthroat as fashion. So, how do you
It's
separate
like
yourself?
take breaks sometimes. Like 1 year we had to skip doing a break away. It's like that year was like so crazy in 2019, so we kind of take a break and just like following year to do another book drive.
Okay, great. And what life lesson quote would you leave us with?
Yes, Romans 8:28. We know everything works together for those who love the Lord.
Awesome, awesome sauce. Ladies and gentlemen, you just got your first introduction to Lovers Entertainment and Madiare K Designs. They will be coming back. We do have a lot more questions, but for tonight, we're going to leave you guys thirsting. We're going to leave you thirsting for more. I am Queen Evelina. You are listening to WQEB 973. Please make sure that you tune in with us at 8 o'clock for the live radio show, 9 o'clock for exclusive interviews, and the radio station is online 24 hours a day. WQEB 97.3, and we're out.